Welcome to Burundi, a landlocked country in East Africa that is often overlooked by its neighbors. But don't let its size or silence fool you. This small nation carries stories that will shock, inspire, and even break your heart. Imagine life without electricity, sleeping on the ground, walking miles to fetch water, or seeing a simple bicycle, not as a convenience, but as a luxury, marking success. Burundi is officially deemed the poorest country in the world, but its people must be among the most resilient ones around. Join us as we journey through the lives, culture, and struggles of the Burundian people. This is a story of survival, strength, and spirit in the face of adversity. Let us imagine waking up at the break of dawn in this simple mud brick hut and thatched roof. All the electricity in your life, or even running water to have a bath, is a fantasy for these families in Burundi. The day starts early since the adults have gone out to the fields for farm cultivation, hand-toiling in the sun. Kids get water from wells or rivers miles away. Here, the rhythm of life is hard labor and labor to get basic necessities in place. In Burundi, what many of us consider basic necessities, electricity, running water, a comfortable bed, are unimaginable luxuries. Most families live in houses made of mud and straw, with dirt floors and makeshift roofs that barely keep the rain out. They don't have mattresses or furniture. Instead, they sleep on the ground, often sharing a single blanket between several people. When asked about their dreams, a mother of 5 would be heard saying that they don't dream of riches. They dream of a bed, something soft to lay their children on. This is a heartbreaking daily reality, but it also speaks to the incredible strength of these families. Poverty in Burundi isn't some abstract statistic. It is tangible everywhere. Homes are often no more than single-room structures with dirt floors and no furniture. Families sleep on straw mats or directly on the ground, sharing what little space they have. Their dress is tattered even on rainy days. Little and no infrastructure defines life. House, school, overcrowding are cases. A country's struggles are depicted well through its roads in Burundi, all of which were dirt. Most of these turn out to be a muddy track during the rain. What may seem the easiest missions, such as getting a place in the market or maybe the hospital, can get pretty tough. Cyclists carrying heavy loads of firewood, water, or produce can be seen struggling along these routes, showing the resilience of the people. But these conditions also isolate communities, making it difficult to reach education, healthcare, or even trade opportunities. As the sun sets below the horizon, something interesting happens. Darkness engulfs whole villages. In Burundi, only 8% of the population enjoys electricity. The remaining 92% have nightfall usher in an end to their productive work. Children have difficulties in trying to do their homework using candles, and small businesses shut down early. Electricity is so scarce that few people have ever seen a light bulb. Imagine a world in which charging your phone, or even owning one, is a luxury beyond your wildest dreams. In Burundi, an easily treatable illness can be deadly. It has one of the highest rates of preventable diseases like malaria and diarrhea, yet healthcare access is extremely limited. Most rural areas have small clinics that are understaffed and lack basic medicines. Patients walk for hours to get to these clinics only to find that they cannot afford the treatment. Healthcare workers face massive challenges, from inadequate supplies to lengthy queues of patients. To many, seeking help is a last resort, as they weigh medical costs against other basic needs. Education is a beacon of hope in Burundi, but it is not very accessible. Schools are overcrowded with up to 100 students per classroom. There is also a lack of teachers, and most of them are not well trained. Children walk several miles to come to school, bags full of books in plastic bags against the rain, yet continue learning with consistency. This is one's chance not to fall prey to cycles of poverty when all odds have been placed on the children. For most of us, a bicycle is a childhood toy or a way to stay fit. In Burundi, it's a lifeline and a status symbol. Owning a bicycle here is like owning a car in a more affluent country. It's a transport tool, a way to haul heavy loads, and sometimes an indicator of success. A guy on a bicycle in his village is considered prosperous and in good standing, one who achieved something that many could only envision. They will spend years to save money and buy a bicycle. But when they get one, they consider it a sign of luxury and will teach their kids to do the same. For many Burundians, though, the cost of a bicycle, around $100, is unattainable. So, they walk, miles and miles every day, carrying everything from firewood to water on their backs. Burundi faces a major challenge in terms of access to clean water. In rural areas, women and children walk several kilometers daily to fetch water. Most of the water they collect is contaminated, leading to several health issues such as cholera and dysentery. However, since they have no other choice, they have to use this water. Fetching water is not a chore. It is a daily battle consuming hours of time and energy. For miles each day, one walks, knowing that the water coming to the house may be contaminated and make the family sick. That's the horrible reality for millions today. Most Burundians work in subsistence farming, producing only enough for themselves and their families. Lacking modern tools, fertilizers, or irrigation, this often is a struggle. Meals tend to be simple and repetitive, mostly beans, cassava, and sweet potatoes. Malnutrition is high, with nearly half of all children under 5 years of age suffering from stunted growth. Despite the poverty, the Burundians are very hospitable. Families will share just about everything they have with neighbors in need, really exemplifying a sense of community that is both humbling and inspiring. In Burundi, marriage traditions stem from the country's agrarian background. A bridegroom doesn't offer a gold ring or hold a big wedding, but he will present a hoe to the bride's family, or, in a wealthier family, a cow. This symbolic action signifies the couple's readiness to start life together, from scratch. Women in Burundi carry the weight of their families and communities on their shoulders. They wake up first and go to bed last, managing households, farming, and caring for children. Despite their critical role, women often lack access to education and healthcare, and they face significant gender inequalities. However, their resilience and resourcefulness are central to the survival of their communities. The backbone of most families and communities is Burundian women. They can be seen carrying heavy burdens daily, from farming to getting water and firewood. What distinguishes these banana harvesters is not just strength, but also elegance, while they do what would look so laborious to you. They go about this arduous task easily, singing, chatting all the while. Bananas are more than just food in Burundi, they are a cultural treasure. One of the most peculiar products made from this versatile fruit is banana beer, a sweet, slightly alcoholic drink that brings the community together. This homemade brew is a staple at celebrations and communal events, symbolizing unity and tradition. It's another example of how Burundians make the most of their limited resources. Drums are a symbol of strength, unity, and heritage in Burundian culture. They are actually more than just instruments. It's a way of living. When they play the drum, they feel connected to their ancestors, they say. It's a part of who we are. In 2014, the UNESCO recognized Burundian drumming as an intangible heritage of humanity. It's a signpost of history and a symbol of continued resilience in the country. Stretching across 4 countries, Lake Tanganyika is a lifeline for Burundi. It provides fish for local markets, water for farming, and even a sense of identity. For many families, the lake is their primary source of income. But it's not without its challenges. Overfishing and climate change threaten this vital resource, adding another layer of uncertainty to daily life. There is hope amidst all the challenges that this country faces. Some minor steps are being taken forward regarding infrastructure, education, and healthcare. Many organizations and local initiatives are working with passion to create opportunities and build a better future. These children are their hope, and education is the key to changing Burundi's story. Burundi is a land of contrasts, unimaginable poverty, yet unshakable spirit. It's a country that forces us to question what we truly value and reminds us of the strength of the human spirit. If this story touched your heart, share it with the world. Together we can shine a light on Burundi and its incredible people. All for one and one for all.